What's going on, folks? It's your man Jay, and I want to talk about in this video why I stopped using dbrand and Slickwraps and went to SophieGuard. Now, SophieGuard is a company that obviously does skins. So recently I made a big purchase, and this was one of my purchases for the OnePlus 6T. If you guys remember, I had a dbrand skin on my OnePlus 6T, the T-Mobile one, since brand new. And this is in fact my unlocked OnePlus 6T, and I'll get to that in another video. But I decided to stop using and supporting dbrand and Slickwraps for some reasons. First reason is the shipping time. Now, I know you probably think, okay, this guy's gonna start with quality. No, not that. I stopped using dbrand and Slickwraps, especially Slickwraps, because their shipping times suck. They have these promos of 70–80% off, but you don't get your product for like a month, and it's just ridiculous. It's not even worth the hassle. So another thing is dbrand shipping time. It's better than Slickwraps. However, it's still slow. It could be a week or two before you get your product, and they charge you for $3 for shipping, and they put a 52-cent stamp on it. And when I reached out to them, they said, "Oh, it's because we have to get someone to take it to the border." I'm like, whatever, man. That's okay. Shipping and handling is the time, you need to get things prepped, but they just charge shipping if you don't spend over $20. And in most cases, their stuff, when you put it in your cart, you ever seen it come up to $19.95 and you put like 3 or 4 different things in there? And then you got to get something else just to get free shipping, and you end up spending like more money. So the shipping time on dbrand is, for me, in my experience, has been a week to 2 weeks. And then Slickwraps has been off like a month, man. It's crazy. Now, with SophieGuard, it's been like 3 days. 3 days you get your product in, and it is just crazy how fast they get the products out to you and shipped off, and you get it within 3 days. At least in my experience, I've purchased from all these companies. Again, this is not a sponsored video. They don't even know I'm doing this unless you send it to them. But my experience with SophieGuard has been the best. I've gotten my product in 3 days every time, or less. I think I got it in 2 days one time, so that was pretty good. So shipping time is the first reason why I stopped using dbrand and Slickwraps. Now, the next thing is the quality. Now, Slickwrap skins, again, of the three, Slickwrap, dbrand, and SophieGuard, Slickwraps is the worst of them all, man. It's just really, really bad how it's. Now, this is me comparing them side by side. Slickwrap skins are good, but when you put it next to SophieGuard, the quality is not the same, especially not when you put Slickwraps next to dbrand. I've had the same kind of skins. Like this skin right here came from Slickwraps, but I remember I had that on this same skin on the 6T, and this quality doesn't feel as good as dbrand quality. Now, where dbrand does well as their quality. I don't have anything against the quality of dbrand skins. However, I had my MacBook Pro that I was selling, and I had a dbrand skin on it since brand new. If you don't know, I don't do reviews on everything I purchase, because it's like for personal use. I'm not really trying to show everything. So I put a skin on my MacBook Pros when I get them. Like every time I put a skin, I was considering putting it on my 5K iMac, but I don't plan on selling that, you know what I'm saying? So I put a skin on my MacBook Pro, or one of them, and then I decided to sell that MacBook Pro. Now, I'd had that MacBook Pro for 11 months at the time, and the skin was on it for 11 months. So when I took the skin off to give it to the buyer, it had this horrible, horrible smell. And so I found myself having to clean the MacBook, right? And I waited to take it off because I wanted to make sure the person was going to buy it. And so once I was sure, when I removed the skin, it had a horrible smell to it, like a super glue type smell. It was even worse. It was reeking. And then also, all of the adhesive did not come off easy like they said it would when you want to remove something. So I also did this at about 8 months too. I had another MacBook that I sold at about 8 months, and it was the same thing. So I peeled it off. It was a whole bunch of residue still on, so I had to get a Clorox wipe and clean it. And it took me about 15 minutes to get that smell off and and all the adhesive off. So that was another thing that I didn't like. So with SophieGuards, I've heated up things before, put it on, this is heated up and sealed. I don't do an installation video or anything like that because, you know, sometimes installation videos become just, you know, you just want to see it on the product sometimes. If you want to learn how to do it, go directly to the website for the company for that matter. However, I've taken off SophieGuard skins before that I've sold. No, it just peels right off. No residue, no nothing. Now, the quality, again, of dbrand skins is really solid. It's on par with SophieGuard. Slickwraps, to me, is the worst of the three, like I said before. But dbrand skin quality is great. I love it. But when it's time to remove it, that's another story. That smell and adhesive is horrible. So quality is right on par with these. These are the same quality as dbrands, if you ask me, man. And that's another reason why I decided to stop using dbrand and Slickwraps. Now, one last, I guess I can make this probably the last reason. There's not too many reasons, but the last thing is the price. Now, the price on Slickwraps is higher, but they always have promos to discount the price. So you kind of pay the same as everybody else. And ultimately what they're doing is they're jacking their price because their skins are like $25, $28. And dbrand skins are pretty pricey too. Their skins are pretty high in price too. But that's the thing about SophieGuards. Their price, I don't even use any kind of discount codes or anything with them. And their prices are generally a little bit less than both of those companies. And that's just been my experience with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and they rename the skins, different skins. It's the same skin, but they just rename it. Another thing is, and so that's another thing, the price. And I think this last thing is availability. So SophieGuard has a lot of skins. Of every skin I've ordered was available, just right off the rip. And I know it depends if you're doing a pre-order or not, but the SophieGuard skins have always been available, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. They've just been available. And that's what it is. So that's some of the reasons why I'm done using dbrand and Slickwraps. I don't plan on buying any more skins at the moment, but when the Galaxy S10 comes in, you know, I start to get it in, I'm gonna start using it. I'll probably put a skin on that. In the future, basically, I don't plan on using dbrand or Slickwraps anymore. The shipping time, the price, and, you know, the quality of Slickwraps compared to dbrand and SophieGuard, just not there. So that's my take on it, man. Which one is your favorite, SophieGuard, Slickwraps, or dbrand? Or do you use some other form? Do you buy off eBay, Amazon, whatever? That's another thing. You can find SophieGuards on Amazon. That's another plus. You can find SophieGuards on Amazon, and they're generally about the same price. So it's your man, Jay. I'll see you guys in the next video. Just wanted to kick out a quick video, let you guys know how I was feeling at the moment about my SophieGuards. Now I have this chameleon-looking skin. They call this flip-flop or something like that. Psychedelic flip-flop. I remember I bought this for a whole bunch of my phones. So yeah, it's your man Jay. Which brand do you support? And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm not saying the other companies are horrible companies. I'm just telling you why I don't want to use them anymore. And this is based off of a few years of experience with them. So it's your man Jay. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Peace.